But if you just stand still and the fight disengages on the ring, you don't really bring much to it. There is a surprise pick.
Is that you?
Is it Seb or I think it's a position 5 for no-till, but it could be either. Let's see what they do.
It's fairly even in net worth, yeah, so he has been bringing out a couple extras, but he's also getting benefited from the living armor. So like we were saying, Seb on this train protector doesn't go to nature's guys, he helps his lane. While top, the stomp connects.
They've got the setup, they've got the remnants down, and LGD looking for first blood, they'll find it. FY cleans it up. I'll turn towards Jarrett's giving him a quick push as he has to back away. Bottom lane at the same time, Ame trying to chase down Big Daddy. He gets the cold embrace off with the use of that mango. Anna starting to punch into Ame, forcing the Bloodseeker back. Nova with the Nova, can he find it here? Big Daddy no-tail goes down. Can Anna get the trade? Chasing down the CMX. Nova, is he speeding enough? He's running, but the dagger's back up. Anna will find the trade. As he get the 1-for-1 down on the bottom lane.
They're swapping up the lanes. They want to have that Monkey King versus Storm before he hits 6. And Thompson is actually saving skill points, which is kind of cool on the Monkey King. 2-0-2. Will choose what he needs to commit for it afterwards. It's bottom.
Ame's just diving in. And he gets away with it as Anna was all on his lonesome there. No support back up there at the moment, of course, with the movements from OG supports to other lanes.
I mean, really versus any of the heroes that decides to lane up, unless it's some weak support, but one of the dangers of first phasing a spec.
Yeah. Definitely gonna get punished in that lane phase.
FY could go on FY. They've got the Fisher out. Anna and Thompson closing in on him as FY will try and gets a fair bit of damage out onto JRX, but not enough to bring him down with it. As FY will fall. Still overall, PSG.LGD just having that sort of lane control across the map that a little bit stronger as they lead 2K mid lane. Sure, Seb's trying his best to keep this tower alive, but each siege is going lower and lower. Top lane, Thompson gets in, is able to punish something. Gets the burst out of the Swordsbury. We have the rupture onto Anna. Anna getting himself away from the tower, but Ame is there ready to chase down and will find Anna in return.
Great read by Ame. He already knew that Spectre had TP top to deal with this.
Wow. That sort of movement from the middle lane to the top lane from Thompson, sure, it did find the kill on Somnus at the end of the day, but it's really opened up that middle for Chalice as we're seeing as Thompson. He has got the Jingle Mastery stacked up, jumps down, the Fisher's there. He's got the lifesteal, but it's not enough. Ame with the blood right, bursts down Thompson before he can lifesteal back up to health.
Don't know if he's gonna get it broken.
Not spotted, but smoke broken. So the one thing I look at LGD's draft, if we do get to those later stages, they do have good damage application. FY caught very deep in there.
X-Nova's going to come across and look to help out. He's got the Frostbite, holding back Thompson as FY still backs off. Jarrett's comes in with the TP. Thompson starts to turn towards Chalice, but the untouchable means he can't go for it. He goes straight for the TP out. He's actually going to hold his place here as he can't get away. They catch out Thompson. Back towards the mid lane, Anna with the Horn joining in, looking towards Ame, but Ame, he's too fast with how low OG's members are. Seb getting beaten down by Chalice and X-Nova. PSG.LGD take a second. Anna, can he find anything in return? He's got to be careful. The damage from the impetus for Chalice adding up. He's still got that clarity ticking as well, so he's going to have extra mana if needed for that extra bit of damage. As Anna tries to run away, but the clarity, it didn't get cancelled. He had the mana regen to get those last few impetus out.
Thirst. What an ability. Giving you vision on that tree line there because that Spectre gets low.
Yeah, they're still giving him a few kills down there, but I think it could be a lot worse if he were just a few seconds later to each of these engagements.
It's a bit of a race onto Chalice, unlikely. But between the two of these heroes, they have the damage to bring him down at the moment, especially with X-Nova around. Jarrett's has got to be careful. Takes a bit of heavy damage there from the impetus. Does also have Seb in the tree line. They're going to try and set up, but they're walking with the Echo Staff. Do they have the burst? Anna comes in with the Spectral Dagger. Is it enough though? Chalice, he's got the untouchable. Is he going to survive? He's still alive for now. Chalice, he's running. X-Nova with the sword of Seb. He's in with the ult. They get the kill. X-Nova's ult's going to be cancelled straight away by Jarrett's with the Fisher. X-Nova tries to TP out, but OG, they'll set up for the double kill. They get the kills in the middle lane.
And Thompson gets a kill down bottom on the Elder Titan.
Does the impetus start flying out towards the Earthshaker? Jarrett's taking a lot of damage here. They try with the Earth Splitter, but it won't quite catch him. The heal there from No-Tail with the Cold Embrace, keeping Jarrett safe as well.
They're just trying to stall these towers as long as possible. But on the bottom,
Somnus with the zip in, they find him. Burst down the Spectre before he's able to TP away. At the same time, OG want to make a play down top. They know that they went for the play down bottom PSG.LGD, so OG want to punish this. They jump forward, Boundless Strike, Echo Slam on top of the Enchantress, but Chalice's healing is not enough. The Wukong's command finishes it. He can't out-heal that amount of damage. Ame has turned up to the fight. On the side, Thompson cleans up a second. Double kill for the Monkey King as he finds X-Nova on the Crystal Maiden.
They have surprisingly good catch on the side of OG. I wasn't able to expect them to get that many kills, but they're really good at setting up with a Wukong's command.
Long zip.
Awesomeness. In he goes onto Jarek's. The cold embrace there from Notel though. Thompson with the boundless strike, holding back Somnus. They've got the enchant totem. They've got good control, but the sleep from FY onto Thompson stops him from getting the Jingle Mastery. Tags up Somnus to the side, looks to Jarek's. The fish is down, but Notel sort of blocked him with FY. They're still trying to get for the horn. Somnus went too deep. He gets punished. The horn play from Anna, finding one, maybe even more. It's FY. He's been surrounded. The stomp, sleep onto two. Seb's coming in as well, though. So FY, he'll have to retreat. PSG.LGD can't take this fight for now. Chalice, or maybe they can. Chalice has turned up as well on the Enchantress. The Seb ult, holding the two of them back. Anna and Jarek's backing away. Seb, he's being looked at by Arme and Chalice. He'll go for the TP out in the pit.
He'll be safe.
And they can't cancel this. They get out. PSG.LGD still maintaining the lead. They're trying to chase down Anna. And they've got him. X-Nova with the wraparound. They didn't expect the CM to be there, OG.
Where the hell did he come from?
He was actually on a warding expedition and just comes around from the back.
As we've said earlier, he's already doing a very good job of keeping up with the pace of Somnus and Arme.
So they're unable to kind of kill the Monkey King and the Spectre. They just generally get one or the other in these fights. It looks like Thompson is getting there.
He's trying to get the lifesteal up. He does get it. Can he find the connection? Somnus is actually out of mana. Thompson walks out of range off the stomp. He's turning to Somnus. One more hit will do it, but he can't quite get in range. FY's there with the block off. As Thompson won't find the kill onto the storm. He may find FY. He's got the boundless strike up in 5 seconds. Into the tree he goes. Arme's TPing in. Thompson, he's in.
He's jumping forward.
He's going with a boundless strike. The Wukong's the back of the Jarek's with the vision. They're onto Arme. Arme's gone. Thompson with the tree play as Jarek's is still there looking at X-Nova. Chalice is coming with the impetus. Thompson in trouble. He's been silenced. He's been surrounded. Somnus sips in with the Vortex of Winter's Curse. There, surely they can't keep Thompson alive. They can't. Thompson will fall. Somnus sipping for more. He's got his eyes on Notel. Notel trying for the golden embrace, but the remnant magical damage is there. PSG.LGD get the two of them at the end of the day.
And they have good ways to set it up, right? They have the Winter's Curse and the Treant ulti, so.
Right now it's usually 4 of them fighting, 1 of them farming, and then someone else dies and kind of repeat, but sooner or later they're going to have to group up.
Well, they're hunting for Anna. X-Nova goes for the vision. Somnus zips in. The horn will be popped. Anna's out of there. He's jumped over towards the mid lane, but Chalice is there as well as Arme. The rupture, the impetus. A boundless strike comes out, but it won't save him from the blood right. Arme gets the kill on the Spectre. Anna down for 30 seconds. OG still hovering around that mid lane.
Anna's been incredibly good at finding Farm and Spectre throughout this tournament, but this game, LGD are even better at shutting it down.
Yeah.
He's looking for the setup opportunity. As you drum,
Echo.
Echo, Fisher, bam! They get Chalice, he's out of the picture. There's the Blink Dagger reveal from Jarek's, and he gets a big core kill.
I wish I could just count all the ultis that Chalice has eaten already in this game, and it's only not even 20 minutes in.
I'm sure they'll switch off once the other cores get BKB. I'm not sure if maybe he's going to get one next, but I would probably think so with his first 2 offensive items.
He's caught out Notel, out in the river, all alone. X-Nova there too. Cold embrace by some time, but the ult comes out from X-Nova. Not messing around with Notel. There's some ice-on-ice action, brings down the Wyvern.
Arme's got a Shadow Blade. He seems to know exactly where Thompson is too.
Doesn't have a Quelling Blade.
Quelling, oh, he's bought it.
He's bought it now.
He bought one.
He bought one. He's looking for the right tree. As Thompson, he's going to go for it. They've got the jump. Jarek's with the control again. Chalice, the punching bag in trouble as the Wukong's command gets the final hit. The Earth Split is coming out, but Thompson keeps himself to the side. He has been silenced by the blood right. Arme looking towards him. The rupture down on Thompson as well. Thompson has been living armor. It gives him the chance to turn. Get the Jingle Mastery stacks up. He hasn't got boundless strike there for 7 seconds. The Fisher from Jarek's buying him time. Thompson life stealing up as he hits the creeps. Arme with the Shadow Blade over the girl. Somnus, he's in. Thompson's still alive though. The Winter's Curse on his back, and Thompson gets the life steal, but he still goes down. Thompson will fall. Somnus still in man in attack, ready to play around, zips across, gets Jarek's as well. Now looks towards Notel. He's got enough mana for one more remnant. Notel turns with the Splinter Blast and the wraparound for Seb. Looks for the punch on Somnus. Somnus zips back defensively. They've got the sentry down. Frost Nova, the buyback from Jarek's. Anna with the chase down. Somnus, he's used a lot of his mana. The Fisher, the damage from Anna. He's got the dagger out. He looks to Somnus and he finds it. Somnus is gone. Notel burns down by the blood right. Jarek's and Anna. They're looking for more. X-Nova enchants over Jarek's. Holds him in place. One more right click will do it, and CM falls. Seb goes down as well to Arme. The sleep setup, FY.
Stop.
They've got the combo. The blood breaks out. Anna surrounded. The damage from Arme. The Fisher, but the force.
Chalice.
They get him over. Arme still on the chase. Anna back to the shrine. Now Thompson's back in the game. Arme's got to be careful. Fisher's up. In a second, Jarrett jumps in.
The echo,
the control, and it's in on top of Arme. Arme's gone. Chalice up to the high ground. Anna still wants to chase. He looks towards it, but he will back off for now. He's playing very hidden.
Yeah,
They don't seem to have the preparations to catch out the Treant.
Yeah, OG's done just such a miraculous job of keeping these tier 1s alive. It's pretty crazy.
And they're also scared. Like at any time, the monkey could be in the trees on bottom lane. They could set up with a Spectre Haunt.
Here he goes. He's thinking about popping the Wukong's command top, and he will. Looks towards X-Nova. X-Nova caught in the middle of the ring. Anna comes over as well to join in the kill. The three of them find one. TPs are coming in. Chalice. Can he set something up with Arme? There's that. Look at the jump here on the control. Jarek straight in on an Arme, and Arme pops the BKB, but it's too late. Somnus finds Notel on the side. The buyback's going to be there straight away from Notel. Somnus zipping across towards Jarek. The ult out from the CM, but the meteor armor from Seps coming down. They've got the chain stun onto X-Nova. Anna's still alive for now. They get the double kill, the cold embrace, keeping Anna alive. The Winter's Curse holding back the attacks off the Chalice. The charge is so fly. He'll fall. Triple kill for Anna. Anna, can he survive? He gets up to the high ground. He's still alive for now. The armor from Seb, keeping the Spectre safe. Thompson will fall though, dives too deep. Anna wants to find Somnus, pots the Manta style. They get the kill. It's an ultra kill for Anna. He's still alive. Chalice, he wants this, but can he actually get it? He's got to back off. Anna will TP out. And the definition there of friendship and team play from OG. I suspect something's up. As Jarek's just keeping their eyes focused towards that mid lane, throwing down the Fissure, holding back the creep wave. Roshan's at half health.
They've got Elder Titan. They can keep scouting this over and over again with the Blood Rage too, pushing him back.
Thompson's going to start the fight here. Goes to the bandage strike to Arme. The BKB's out from Arme though. Gets himself out of the Wukong's command. Anna with a horn finds X-Nova. That's one down, and Arme with this BKB. He's just having to run himself away from the fight. So now Arme is without the BKB. OG can look to head back in the bit. Jarek still with the Echo Slam. Notel still with the Winter's Curse. Seb still with the Overgrowth. They have their team fights still ready to go, OG.
They're killing this so fast because the Manta Death
challenge. All tries for it, but he's not going to get it in. Oh, straight in! They get the two with the slam! Oh, LGD tried to get in there with Somnus, but Jarex was quick with the jump.
Maybe they get the kill, but I don't think they get the Aegis, and they definitely don't get away with their lives.
They have everything. Like, OG still had all their ultis ready.
Yep.
And Thompson, he's hunting for more. He knows that Arme doesn't have BKB for 20 seconds. He's got the dust, he's got the preparation. Jax is in with the fish. They have the control. The enchant tone of Arme's gone. Not satisfied with just a Roshan. Thompson quick to hunt for more, getting that kill on Arme. Arme's out of the game for a full minute, and he has not got buyback. Pressuring the base of LGD.
On his 12, 7, and 8 on this Spectre.
That's a tier 3 tower gone. They're onto the barracks. Somnus holding on to his buyback. He'll be back up in 5 seconds. FY trying to set something up. Just find the sleep onto the two of them. The cold embrace can be prematurely put down onto the Monkey King. They have the Earth Splitter out to do it. Somnus zips in. The burst. He just rips the Monkey King apart. Can he find more? No, he's getting changed. Jarek with the control, but he gets back out. Somnus will survive just for now. The jump. They got the impetus down. Jarek's in again with the enchant. Totem X-Nova, very low challenge with the play. Looking for Anna with the cold embrace. Keeping Anna safe with the health. Somnus zips in. He wants Anna with the Glimmer Cape. Keeping Anna alive. OG just saving one another and getting away with these pushes until now. Arme, he'll come in with the TP. He's looking to hunt down Anna. Anna has the living armor, goes for the TP out. He's going to make it. There's no way that Arme can cancel that as Anna gets out of there. Again, the Winter's Curse of Notel being used to hold back the disablers of LGD. Notel, he will pay with his life, but he did his job. He got Anna out of there.
These living armors, every time. Just seems to be making such a big difference in every fight.
I mean, he has BKB and he's still useless. He's number 2 on net worth, but he feels like he's like number 6.
He can't get into the fights, right? Like versus Monkey King, versus the Winter Wyvern, versus the Earthshaker as well. There's just too many things for him to actually deal with on this Bloodseeker.
Somnus zips in, trying to clean out the creeps, but the creeps are going to be able to keep themselves alive for now. They'll jump in. Thompson with the BKB that we've got to buy the Fissure on top of Chalice. Chalice is gone for 70 seconds, and he went full in on the Aghanim's purchase. He does not have money for buyback. Zipping from Somnus, looking to get himself on top of the Spectre. Can he finish up this kill? The Anna, he's going to be kept alive. The Urn Heal, he's fine. The Winter's Curse holding back Somnus. The dagger's out onto Somnus. Somnus has to zip back towards the base. Arme tries to go forward, but Jarek in with the counterplay, jumps in, echoes out. The barrel is strike for Thompson. They take down Arme. Arme bites back for the melee racks. They're already taken down in this middle lane by OG. They've got the FY sleep set up into the blood right. Anna with the Manta style, he's fine. More than fine as he gets out. Will start to be healed up by that Urn. Still has the Aegis as OG now with a 5k lead and the melee racks up.
So maybe with this Manta style, he can try to play around it a little bit better once he finishes this on the Bloodseeker.
Chalice looks like he's eyeing for a Lotus Orb next. Do you like this choice?
Oh, Thompson
Can reflect a decent amount of spells and also remove the root
straight
from
in.
himself, but
Finds FY, they pop the ult as well. X-Nova's going to TP in.
That's the gem!
they just got the gem too.
They're buying back on FY. PSG.LGD desperately want to try and take this fight somehow. As they know Thompson's Wukong's command is about to wear off. He'll jump himself out to the side. He's back up to the trees. There's the Winter's Curse, holding back the two of the Manas in. They're ready to fight this OG despite PSG.LGD being the ones buying back into it. Jarek's in with the stun control. They'll burst down Arme. Arme's down for 90 seconds. Chalice is dropping as well as the orb from Ana comes out, splitting LGD apart. Ana into the trees, looks towards FY, steps back to avoid the Echo Storm. Chalice still being chased down by Thompson. One more swipe will do it. They get Chalice, they get FY, and Somnus and X-Nova are just left to try and pull the creep wave away. He'll zip across, but Jarax with the Echo Snap. The Orchid comes out onto the Shaker. They're trying for the return, but the self-fuels keeps Jarax alive. He's safe. Somnus trying to run. Fisher, Boundless Strike. Do they have the damage in time? They do! Oh, gee! Again and again and again in this game one. Pulling off these incredible plays. And GG is called, ladies and gentlemen. OG taking game one of this best of 5 in the 2018 International Grand Finals.
What teamwork by OG. Every little thing coming together. The Earthshaker and the Monkey King, just the control coming between them, and just the way that they were able to stall the pushes out. The Wyvern always being there, set up on those early tier 1s. This living armor constantly protecting it. What beautiful execution.
I think OG was supposed to get way harder in the lanes, but they came out way ahead in the laning phase, especially with, I don't think they ever lost that mid T1 tower.
Yeah, I just look at both teams late game, and I think that you've mentioned they're going to struggle in the lanes, and I just feel like last game OG had the trump card late game with the Spectre, and I think once again they don't have it.
So it does look like Bobo was also right with those lanes. They did put the Chalice Enchantress down bottom versus that Underlord and having an aggro tri-lane to pressure this kind of weak tri-lane that OG is running right now.
Look at this FY, looking for the wraparound. Yes, the three-man Fisher blocking them off. X-Nova trying to move in and get the vision onto Ana, but they're turning with the Rocket Barrage. The Thunderstrike, X-Nova to drop up an Arme. Gets the first blood for PSG.LGD. The trade will occur, and PSG.LGD, of course, getting that first blood, and not only just onto anyone, but onto Ana as well, getting him out of the lane.
Definitely a concern in that laning phase. Top though, yeah, the Gyrocopter's still able to get some farm, and they're not giving up so many kills. As we do see No-Tail in position for some type of wraparound here.
This is what FY also looking to play aggressive.
Did they get it?
Oh, they do! The slap of the right click between the two of them finds the curry. They now look towards Ana. Ana is sort of trapped over the Fisher, but he's got the backup of Jarax. Now moving in on top of X-Nova with the right clicks. The OG get one. FY and Arme now have to be on the tree. They have the doppelganger. Arme with the stick charges back up to 4, but the glimpse is out. Onto FY, dragging him back behind the 3 of them. Fisher once again though down onto No-Tail. Enchant Totem as well. FY's bringing No-Tail low, but the stick charges keep him fine as FY will fall. The 3 of them still strong. Arme also in trouble as well as the Thunderstrike. The Rocket Barrage bringing him down. He turns with the Spirit Lance. Can Arme stay alive? He can't. Arme will fall. And Nova, can he actually find Ana here? The turn heals there for Jarax. Ana's not going to go down. And X-Nova, he's also going to play with his life.
The IO just getting away pretty much with murder, just sitting in the back lines there.
And he is fighting level 6 on maybe he can try and interrupt top lane or bottom or mid lane. I think they need a kill in one of these.
On top lane again, OG strike. They look to Arme. Nightmare will come out from X-Nova, but it's not going to save at the same time mid. They make the play. Straight in. FY held Somnus set up for the kill onto Thompson.
Such an insane amount of damage coming in from this Kunkka. Almost level 8 already. With face boots as well as that double bracer.
There's about a level and a half difference between him and Thompson at the moment. As Somnus just continues to climb ahead. Top lane though. This action just doesn't stop as X-Nova, he's getting dove upon OG. They get the kill. Chalice and Arme see if they can find something in return, but No-Tail's TPing out. The Fisher will come out from FY, so No-Tail held back, and they also pick off Jarax in the trees. So LGD will punish OG there for that dive.
But I think the Crimson Guard is probably the best one versus that Phantom Lancer.
The
and
Phantom
it's also
Lancer is really underfarmed though. Do you think
Yeah.
it really does need it? I think the Kunkka and the Ant are going to be doing way more damage, where the Vanguard is not super useful versus that.
Well, the Crimson Guard actually does block the cleave from the Kunkka, which is kind of a neat interaction that can come out. So that could help a little bit, but I think I don't know which one he wants to go for first.
Thompson.
Oh.
He went in invis and then he came out of it. They had him under the tower. They dive in and find the kill.
Well, he said it all there with a whoops.
To alleviate some of the pressure being put on by Chalice and FY.
Would you prefer that he go for the pipe first in this game?
Maybe mech. I think mech helps
the mech
versus all sorts of damage. Because you're having, what, pure, a lot of physical, a lot of magical, so in which case HP would be a lot better, but I don't know. It's just a tough call because there are different types.
Tries to TP out, but he's not going to make it. FY in with the stun. No-Tail's TP'd in. He could be in trouble as well. He'll pop down the kinetic field and will just get himself away, living on 15 HP towards the mid. X-Nova with the EMP dodge. The backup from Chalice coming in as they chase down Thompson. Thompson, he's running, but the Rainbow's all the way, taking down the Invoker. Chalice now dominating as it sits top of the net worth on his Enchantress.
Because like they're on the back foot, and we've said this time and time again, when you have a disruptor on your line and you're on the back foot and you're just getting ran at, it's really hard to actually get any setup for the glimpse plays. And the Invoker in this game, like who's he actually going to go for a kill to build up his urn charges? It's really just with the Bane and the Earthshaker early on.
Tries with the Tornado EMP, but Chalice keeps the distance, now turns towards No-Tail. They get the glimpse play onto Somnus, but Somnus, he's got the boat coming in. He has that run boat. The cooldown comes through from Anna. Is it enough to find the kill onto Somnus? It is. They get one. The homing missile redirects itself on top of Chalice. Chalice has the heals going. He's turning with the impetus. He actually gets the kill on No-Tail. They'll relocate the team back out of there. So OG not really wanting to commit everyone to this fight. It's Chalice, FY, they turn. Echo Slam, Fisher out onto Anna. They burst down the Gyrocopter. Chalice, he's already looking for more. He's trying to chase down Jarek, but Seb's there with the body blocks. We'll keep Chalice back, but Chalice just getting so much done on this Enchantress. He's 6-0-1, just getting kill after kill, and he is sailing ahead this game.
I think Jarek's brought Thompson back to the top lane, maybe for an efficiency play to farm that open lane, but at the same time, they're getting outnumbered down here.
And they're going to get more action as well. The final impetus not quite enough. Seb still alive, gets a Firestorm out. They'll finally fall. X-Nova may die for this. He's got the Nightmare dodge. They'll get him out of the tower range. That tower hit. It went back to him. Wasn't able to successfully de-aggro in time. So it does go down, but still, Seb falls. He's the core, and Chalice just continues his reign on this game. We saw what in the last game, so the biggest issue for Chalice was the Shaker, just getting on top and offering that heavy amount of magical burst and control to allow the teammates to take him down. But this time around, the Disruptor just can't quite do as good of a job in terms of duration of overall control. The Static Storm will be dropped down as well as the Kinetic Field, but the grip from X-Nova holding Thompson in place, allowing the impetus to fly in from Chalice. They're starting to storm ahead this game. PSG.LGD as they lead 13-10, 6K advantage.
And he's the Quas-Wex Invoker. He wants to be the one making the plays around. He can't really just catch up through farming, so they have to find a way to kind of group up and take these fights. But at this disadvantage, it's super hard versus LGD's lineup when they are especially almost going to have a Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker soon.
Well, he's trying to call in for a relocate, it seems.
Got the catch here with the Kinetic Field. Getting the Fisher out onto two of them. And the Slam FY. He's trying to walk it off. The glimpse will be there, bringing him back into them as he does finally fall, but he certainly gives it his all before he goes.
Do they get the
Somnus
X?
is going to come
the
in.
X?
They get the X play. He's coming back at it. There's no escape, I'm afraid, as LGD get the Gyrocopter.
The big difference between this game and last game is that Jarex can't really go around making plays. He's whiffs. He's pretty much bound to the Gyrocopter in the entire game. Big Daddy,
Chalice. He's fine.
And Big Daddy's trying to do stuff on his own, but he just simply can't. Thompson.
Oh, God. Not again.
He's got
dust is there.
He's prepared.
Oh, Thompson. How he falls time and time again here to Somnus's Kunkka.
0-5, a rare sight to see from Thompson as he's been excelling at this tournament. They're still just heavily on the back foot as the lanes start to push onto OG's side.
Thompson still sitting 4th lowest on the net worth for the moment on his Invoker. He has a long way to go if he is to recover this game.
It's one of those games like, are you really sure I should build Urn? I'm not sure if I'm going to get any kills here.
Big Daddy notes out, looking for Rame down bottom. He's got him with the Static Storm, but it's going to wear out Zame. He can doppelganger up, but the homing missile, of course, will prevail.
Urn charge acquired.
Nice. There he goes. He was getting that danger territory. He's about even on net worth with the Shaker.
You see Jarex for a moment stepping outside. They start running at this IO immediately.
And they know they have wards, but they just can't find them.
Yeah. Some pretty unique ones coming out here, especially the one on the right side of that jungle.
Mid lane, Seb. He's got the pipe, will turn, tries to root down the two of them, but Chalice forces himself out. The glimpse back will be there onto F1, but actually sets up a bit of an echo slam. Still, the damage is enough from OG. As Jarek still alive for now. They look to chase down Chalice. Here comes Somnus looking for the angle. Out it comes onto Anna, gets the damage out. The boat flying through as well. The glimmer cape on Anna is enough to keep it safe. No, the X-Mark drags him back into the town. He's still alive for now. Anna, can he survive throughout this all thanks to Jarek? Oh, he can't! Anna will go down.
The sleep on the Underlord. You saw Seb trying to run toward his teammates. He just gets slept. He can't bail them out.
I don't know what's going on, OG, but can they really contest this? Static Storm's being used. We saw the combo drop top. I believe Tornado's probably still on call. No, it's back up. Because they have got the Tornado set up here from Thompson. But do they have the follow-up? They'll throw it in. Roshan still with a decent amount of health. He'll pop the Deafening Blast, pushing PSG.LGD out of the pit. But now Chalice is on the hunt. He's looking towards Thompson. Missile at the side will be dodged. Nice Nightmare from X-Nova, keeping FY safe. Chalice.
He's got the Spirit Vessel on him.
Can they kill him off? They've got the Cold Snap down, the wall as well to Sloan, but he pops the Dust, he pops the turnaround. X-Nova with the Fiend's Grip. The Torrent as well onto Thompson. Thompson's got Anna, moving in with the BKB. He does not have the damage, but looks like Chalice staying alive. Chalice, will he go down the Rocket Barrage? Does find it. Anna will get the kill onto the Enchantress. Jarek's incredibly low as Arme. FY looking to chase him. He's got the Glimmer Cape, but he's been dusted. Jarek's gets taken down.
Anna's got to go buy a TP. He will be okay. At least they don't find him.
You get the glimpse play out as well there, No-Tail, keeping himself and Seb safe for now. Say that though, they're still chasing the fish of the jump. FY in with the control, setting up for another kill for Arme. As PSG.LGD push OG away from the pit. Roshan's still sitting at about half health as Arme jumps straight back in.
The BKB timing's just, OG can't take the fights. They don't have the damage to go through it just yet.
And Invoker is supposed to be that big threat that pops the BKBs early. Like, yeah, you might not kill them, but
I think he's just going to have to act a lot more as just control and hope for the best that he's just like,
wait
gyro.
for BKBs to get 5 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much. Wait for those BKBs to tick down and hope that the gyro is able to take it away once he starts getting the enabled more by the IO, once he gets gifted that Aghanims when he's tethered.
Ooh, Chalice.
The dust?
He was ready there. I don't think that was sort of a body block or such, but he pops the dust. Seb does have backup though. He's got Anna and No-Tail in, the Static Storm down on top of the Enchantress, and they go over the cooldown. Anna pops the BKB. The Tornado's going to come in the side, catches the two of them. In fact, the three of them setting them up. Somnus gets the BKB out though. Turns with the Tidebringer hit. Jerax cut down by Arme as Anna wanting to find Chalice. FY pops the Echo Slam, holding down Thompson on the side. Sets up Arme for the double kill. Somnus cleans up a third. Seb's trying to get out of it, but he's not going to make it. Arme with the triple kill. As OG just cannot take a fully fledged team fight, as you're saying, with these BKBs on LGD. There just isn't the damage to kill off the cause in time as they only get Chalice and lose for themselves. Somnus.
You have a ward. It's a little bit to the northeast. They don't see these two heroes, so they're kind of guessing.
Oh, Thompson walks in. He puts the Tornado in the totally wrong direction, and now the combo from Somnus comes out. Drags Thompson back in. They've got the detection. As my goodness.
Maybe he's probably like, what? There's only two of you here? He bought this BKB for that.
And they'll get No-Tail too. Arme straight on top of the Disruptor. The carnage continuing to favor LGD as they just get pick-off after pick-off. Anna. We're seeing if he can strike back. FY quick with a blink out. Arme still looking to stick around for this. He will get rooted, but he knows that there's no real threat. OG just cannot get on top of him as top lane Jerax brought back, looks for the angle. Somnus with the cleave. Killing once again Jerax as Somnus continues this game. 7-1-6, having a huge impact from the laning stage right up until this 30-minute mark with a fantastic Kunkka performance.
And this Kunkka now has 3,200 health and a full AC coming out of the bottom.
It looks like FY is just starting to play around with him with the lockdown onto Seb. Seb's going to try and get himself out of there with the ultimate. Can he escape in time? He can! He gets them out. Seb will manage to get out, but Arme was also very low. Arme does, of course, still have the Aegis.
He was trying to die right there. He ran into the Thunderstorm, but didn't get it.
There we go. They're going to need a little bit more of that magic, OG, if they want to come back into this one, but they will take that Aegis away. But
been farming very, very well this game. Has the 3 big items that he wants. Hasn't actually gone for the mech, though, or Guardian Greaves this game.
Spot him.
His biggest problem is sleep.
Yeah. Oh, Jerax.
Somnus just every time finding the setup. That double damage rune certainly helping as well to pack that Tidebringer with the punch it needs to cut down the IO as quickly as he did.
And Somnus loves to just tank up on these strength heals. As the break comes out, they find out.
They have, and he's all alone. There's no IO in the game. FY Echo Slam, Chain Stun holding him down. PSG.LGD just ruling the game at the moment by quite some distances.
When your most farmed core dies to the 2 supports, you know you're in some trouble.
It's now PSG.LGD into the base they go. The fortification comes out. Seb will try his best to hold them. The Nightmare's there from X-Nova. Thompson's going to get controlled here by the side of Somnus again with the X-Mark play, dragging Thompson back into the clutches of FY's hands as Thompson's gone for 50 seconds.
And that's a buyback from Ana too. He's coming back in.
See if they can do anything about Ame. Ame pops the BKB, tries to get himself on top of Jarek. The dust out as well. Ana trying to hit back, but Ame just stands his ground. BKB now up from Ana. They do get X-Nova on the Bane as Chalice. He's just diving in, finds Notella with the impetus. Chalice again. The plays bring it Jarek's over. Jarek's will survive with the Glimmer K. The vision wasn't quite there for the last impetus to connect, but they're 2 down on OG. Now make that 3 as Ana jumped up by FY. Seb surrounded. The torrent sub Somnus in with the physical damage. Seb will fall. The buyback comes out from Seb, but LGD still looking strong to take this tier 3 tower down bottom, take even more as they're onto the barracks. As OG, they're without this gyrocopter for 75 seconds. They could not hold with Ana, let alone without him.
They're just so tanky on the side of LGD. All of their heroes. Chalice just runs in without fear because they've all got these BKBs. Ame went for a satanic build so he can actually stand in the midst of all this AoE and just keep fighting over and over again.
And Rum.
And the Rum. Over and over again.
As Ame just trading onto tops of the cold snap does come out. Ame quick with the doppelganger to remove it. Fish is down, but the glimpse is there. Big Daddy drags Ame back into the static storm. He's surrounded. They'll look to kill him off, but he's got the life steal. The satanic. Ame back up to half health. He pops the BKB. They cannot kill this PL. He's on the retreat back to his teammates. Do they have any other further catch? They've got to be careful because Somnus turns up. The boat comes in. BKB's out from Somnus. Looks for the combo to do them, and FY jumps in to the creep wave. The Echo Slap takes down Notella. Fisher onto Thompson and Seb. OG have to back away from these racks as LGD are looking to claim a second set. The Crimson Guard will be popped, trying to slow down this siege. But LGD will get away with it. There's going to be Ana back up in 15 seconds, but the melee racks are taken in both the middle lane and the bot lane, as well as the range racks down bottom. PSG.LGD now 25,000 ahead.
I was mentioning, he loves his heart on the strength heroes. I think I've been seeing him buying out like every single one of them. The Tiny, Kunkka.
He gets in there first. It's actually him most of the time rather than Ame that starts off the fight.
Thompson is in trouble. The jump forward from FY. The boat comes through. The tie bringer from Somnus as he pops the double damage out of the bottle. Looks towards Notel. Notel hiding in the trees. They'll turn to Ana. Ana with a BKB, but Ana had to be careful. The tie bringer hits. Somnus just doing so much damage, but Ana will survive. BKB and Glimmer caped out. Ana gets himself back towards the base, but they'll jump on top of Jarek. Seb now surrounded. He'll pop the ult. Should be enough to get him out in time. But the X again, Somnus with the Kunkka play brings the Underlord straight back into the hands of LGD. As now Seb dead for 100 seconds. PSG.LGD ready to storm the base once again, looking towards this mid-range racks. But with a 28k advantage favoring LGD, can OG really do anything to stop this? It looks at the least that the mega creeps will be guaranteed as the racks up top will fall. Thompson looking to lead in with the combo, but again the boat straight on top of Ana. Somnus is in. They do manage to get the Glimmer Cape onto Ana. Ana backs away. Thompson with the Ghost Walk, keeping himself alive with the dust. They've got the dust. The Thompson dead. Thompson gone. As Jarek's and Ana. Whoa! Chalice again. These impetuses too hard for this IO to play against. As they're 3 dead on OG. PSG.LGD with a full lineup still alive as they look towards the mid lane, and GG is called. Ladies and gentlemen, PSG.LGD taking game 2 of the best of 5 grand finals here at TI8. And that one, it didn't look close at all. This was PSG.LGD through and through. OG maybe going sort of a new strat too far in this game too, trying something a little off the wall with the Underlord pick, but it never really came together.
LGD seemed so prepared for this draft. They were like, okay, the IO Gyro's coming out. They seem to get exactly what they wanted in this game. This Kunkka last pick did so much work, and pointing out Thompson ended this game 0-12.
Oh my goodness, man. That was
a rough start for him.
Oh.
away from the lower bracket. It is Team Liquid ready to take the stage. A chance for the second ages of 4 of those players. Chance for the first for Weehaw, of course, but all 5 of them experienced with the pressure coming from performing on the grand stage of the International in the Grand Finals. Their opponents, OG.
The new change, Elder Titan gets banned out, and guess what slips through? It's the IO. OG immediately snap it up.
Yeah, they haven't lost, yeah?
Pi, you were a victim of some Ana IO. What was that experience like?
No, it's one of those, like, the game was, we're feeling pretty good. And then suddenly, like, when that hero hits his timing, like 15 with Ags, like, you're just dying. Like, you're just dying. And I think it's not very complicated to play for him. Like, they don't really care how he does in lane. Like, they want to do fine. But then he's just farming jungle. Like, that's all he does. And he has a very, like, he looks at a fight, right? And he's like, if I want to be there, I click the spell and I'm there. If I don't want to be there, I'm just going to continue to farm.
It's like having an alchemist combined with a specter in one hero.
A little bit. Like, he doesn't farm that fast, but he farms, like, he doesn't farm that much slower than anyone else. Yeah. And he has insane timings.
His timings are just like better for the gold he gets than most other carries. His 15 Ags is like,
yeah, it's
probably the best 15 timing I think in the game right now.
Probably.
Now, before talking about our game, it was like the first pick ET, right? And I'm like, oh shit. The Wisp is in the pool. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna pick Wisp. And like everything, like I had thought about, like everything just looked weak. Like everything just felt weak. And then like, yeah, but then you take a deep breath, you just go with whatever. And like, we can do this.
And Liquid take a breath, and they go for the Chen, which did bring them success in their first game, and they take the Omni Knight, which OG had picked earlier.
I'm a little surprised they didn't go for AA. I believe it's been banned out every game here, because like
because the Alchemist AA thing.
Yeah, it's Alchemist. It's good versus, pretty good versus Shen, pretty good versus Omni Knight. I don't think OG will pick it here though. It's kind of awkward playing with a Wisp.
They don't really have stuns either.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Liquid have like, you know, their last pick, right? So they have like a lot of avenues opened up now, I hope.
I'm a little scared right now of this Wisp because...
Only a little?
Yeah. Okay, so commonly...
Wait, of this Wisp or for this Wisp?
Of.
Oh, okay.
Because commonly you want like a hero that gets on top of this Wisp, right? Especially that 15 timing. He's scariest when his balls are max range.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's able to like chase you, and then you get slowed. So if you get a little closer, he pulls him in a little. And he stays at this like max range basically. And neither of those heroes are full commit heroes, right?
Right.
The Omni can supplement like one if you have like an Ember, say, right? He can go in with a Grace, and that's decent. But these two are more like you want to fight. They want you to fight into them, right? They want you to find this Chen and this Omni for a lot of heal. And I think that's playing the Wisp's game right now.
This actually reminds me a bit. Liquid plays Secret, right?
Yeah.
And I believe Secret picked Wisp one of the games.
Yes.
They did.
And it was one of those, like, and Liquid had a similar like thing going on there with like a lot of heal, and like they would push down buildings, and they just didn't let Secret get to their timings. Like they already had a Rax before Wisp was level 15.
Wasn't that was that the Meepo game though?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yes, it was the Meepo
So Meepo is banned out.
Meepo's already gone. Yeah. So now I'm hoping. That's why I'm like, I'm hoping they have something, because you need this extreme, like it just kills everything that's in front of it. So maybe a Leshrac or something like that. Lesh is gone,
banned.
so
Yeah, OG's been consistently banning that.
yeah, because I don't want them to end up with the life stealers or something.
Yeah.
I don't.
Other teams had tried the Lifestealer against the IO, and it did not work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too slow, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you get this Midas Radiance timing, and you're still weaker than the Wisp.
Yeah. And they also have to. Okay, there's a tiny pick, but Jarex has played it now. Thompson has played it, so they'll probably like hold on a bit. They'll see who plays it later. Because we played against the Bristleback mid with Iron, and that was spooky. That was frightening.
The other ones they played are Gyro mid,
Yeah.
Troll mid, and Windrunner mid. So a bunch of these like attack speed or attack targets, I guess, steroids kind of thing.
So in this Secret versus Liquid game that Team Secret had picked the IO, Liquid went for a Chen, a Tidehunter, an Earth Spirit, a Leshrac, and a Meepo.
Yeah.
So the Meepo and Leshrac are banned out. Tidehunter's still available, but we're not enthusiastic about that hero. But Bristleback gets selected instead.
This was Liquid versus, or no, this was Secret versus Vici, right? That they picked Omni Bristle versus the Alk.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they ran this Omni Bristle and they won the game in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's what they're going for. I mean, I'm guessing that. And I think they kind of stole it a bit from OG now too, the Bristle. Limited their options.
OG had a Wisp, right, with it though? It was like Omni Bristle Wisp.
Yes.
That was way scary, but they have a Chen to kind of like take place of the Wisp.
Yeah.
Most likely a no-tail of that.
Yeah, because I feel like how the drafts are setting up, like Liquid actually have a chance here to get a draft that they can end this game quickly with.
What about a 3 Abba?
Yeah.
You laning against the Omni Knight?
I mean, I'm guessing that's like something like that. I haven't really seen. I know that RNG played a lot of Abaddon.
Some of the Chinese teams play it as a 3.
I didn't look at a lot of replays though. I'm not really sure how strong is in lane or what his timings
They go like 0-2-1. They don't. They skip Miscoil early, and then they go early like Vlad Solar Crest and just kind of buff your team up.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes they'll just straight up take Curse at 1 and just harass.
Yeah, just hit people.
Yeah.
So they picked Liquid pick Earth Spirit, right? Last time they were against Wisp in the Secret game.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of like confident, right, with what happened.
I think they're feeling pretty good right now.
But they're still lacking the most important thing in that draft, in my opinion, which was the Leshrac and the Meepo. These are heroes that take structures during the downtime period, which Bristleback can kind of achieve that, but he needs some levels and some farm. He's definitely much slower than a Meepo or a Leshrac.
Yeah. So the last pick for Liquid is interesting. But on the other hand, like they'll see OG's picks now, and Timbersaw.
So a hero that can deal with Bristleback, obviously, if you have reactive armor, then you're not too concerned about Quill Spray being spammed on you.
Yeah, I mean, for OG, it's good that they picked this, because they need to buy time when Liquid are running down lanes. So, like, they can cut waves, spam out creep waves, so they need something like that.
How does this Wisp scale to, like, 30, 35, 40 minutes? Like, do you think this
OG games never go late enough,
No, I have a feeling, like, if Liquid don't have like a substantial advantage by Wisp hitting 15 with Axe, I think this game is going to be really hard for them. It's just too much consistent damage without them being able to go on. Like, they have an Abaddon just shielding this Wisp, right?
Yeah,
like, if it gets to that point, then Liquid are not ahead. I think this... We still have one more pick. Like, maybe they'll pull something out. But how it's looking right now, like, they need to get an advantage within the, like, first 25 minutes.
So even if the game's even at, like, 25 minutes, you think they'll lose, right?
Yeah. I feel OG should be.
What a great hero Wisp is these days.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, this is nothing new. IO being first phase picked is a very common thing in Dota 2 history. It's just not in this role, exactly.
No, exactly. No. That's the funny part. You're just first picking. Everyone knows it's your carry. It's carry Wisp right there.
I mean, I don't think it's had this high of a win rate, right? I think it has like maybe 1 loss.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember like back. I think it was TI when it was released, like TI 3, I guess. Then I'm pretty sure the win rate was insane.
The first TI that he showed up was pretty insane. Yeah. Even though it was very Western biased, very few Chinese teams were doing it. I think it was just eHome at the time with their tinies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that was like TI 2, I think. And they won every game they played.
That's right.
Really? Yeah.
But other teams were still sleeping on it. Yeah. Every single. That's one of the reasons why I considered Liquid. I had mentioned this on an earlier draft panel. Earlier in the season, Liquid weren't looking too great, and it's because IO wasn't in captain's mode.
Yeah.
Because you had a free ban against Liquid every single time.
Yeah.
Just now, it's a carry IO, which it's a brave new world.
Yeah. The funny part about the carry IO is it's not some high skill cap. It's nothing like that. It's
pretty straightforward.
It's very straightforward. It's
you go Bassi.
Yeah.
You buy a Helmet Dominator.
Yeah.
You buy Ags. You buy Heart.
Yeah.
Win the game.
And once you have Heart, you can ditch your Hod creep and tether your mid laner.
Yeah.
Or your off laner.
Which, that's a good question. So do you think OG are going to look for someone to enable with their IO, like how they did the Bristleback in the past, or is the dude self-sufficient enough that if you have like the Tiny and the Timbersaw, that's the only partner you need?
Yeah, I'm a little curious how they're thinking about the lanes here. I don't think Thompson plays Timbersaw.
I haven't seen it before.
So
it may have happened.
I'm guessing this is an off-lane Timbersaw.
Do you think there's any world where this Wisp is not a carry?
Okay. Oh.
Now there might be, actually.
I think it's a mid gyro.
Yeah.
Okay.
off lane, or side lane Timber versus Bristleback.
Yeah.
And then a 4 Tiny, a 5 Abba, carry Wisp.
1 Anna. Okay.
That sounds about what they would do. No, because I think if Wisp is still viable as a 4 with Gyro. Because that lane, if you play that right, it's really strong.
Or you can just let both of them be cores,
Yeah.
and then it's really, really strong.
Then it gets extra spice.
So Liquid needs a carry or a mid, depending on what they want this Bristle to do.
OG is expecting it to be a mid because they banned out the Shadow Fiend.
So I think the Bristle Gyro lane is actually decent for the Bristle.
Okay.
So it's not going to be a Templar Assassin, but we'll go to another Weehawk Classic. It will be the Wind Ranger.
I like the idea of the hero better. I don't know how good it is this game. I'm unsure. I actually don't think it's that good. But like the idea is correct. Like you have spells that you can use on them.
It has a lot of damage that they can actually kill the Wisp at the start, right? Even through shield, I think. The Wisp is killable if the winner has like, you know, MKB, BKB.
Right.
You can't really stop him. Wisp doesn't really go MKB either for the evasion, so.
It's rare, but I guess also in a traditional sense, like IO being tethered to another unit gives potential shackle targets, stuff like that. But this is the last potential game for Team Liquid. Will they be able to stay in this grand final bracket? Maybe Purge can give a little bit more explanation as we pass it to him with the last word.
If you guys are just getting here, IO is the carry that has been dominating the tournament, at least one of them, and Liquid gets a chance to see if they can break it, but the downside is that they don't get the same heroes that they were able to use earlier to defeat it, so it's going to be a lot harder to beat it. So what they ended up doing instead is trying to abuse Chen. One of the benefits of Chen is that his aura increases the healing that any of his nearby allies or creeps give, and they're pairing that with another hero that can heal, Omni Knight. So those two guys can heal and buff up their strong tanky hero Bristleback and make him pretty close to unkillable. But on the other side, what OG's playing around with is also pretty strong. They've got Io, they've got the Tiny, they've got Abaddon who can also buff up, but most importantly they have Timbersaw. And Timber's a hero that has some flexibility in how effective he is, but most importantly his first skill will reduce the strength or primary stat, and there's a lot of strength heroes over on the Liquid side, so it's very possible that Timber can run away with this game if he has a good match. Keep an eye on him. Without further ado, Game 4 of the TI Grand Finals. Let's start at the casters.
Thank you, Purge. Game 4. OG up at the moment in this best of 5, 2-1 against Liquid. Their last 2 games, some of the most dominant performances we've seen from them from the entire tournament.
Yep.
In this game 4, Liquid, they have had the chance to switch it up. We're not seeing the TA. We are going to be going back to the Weehawk Wind Ranger. It is something a little different. It's something we know he's good at, but is it good enough to beat the OG IO, Giannis?
They've definitely looked to go for something that's more early game centric. The last 2 drafts, they went for the Tidehunter, the TA, and a Jug, or Tidehunter, TA, and Lifestealer. Very slow paced draft. This time, they get their Chen. They've been very good with the Chen, as we saw them also playing it earlier on today. They're very good at playing aggressive and making moves around the map, either with GH playing a Tusk or GH playing Ursper. I feel like I always see them having one of these 2 combos with that Chen to make those moves around. And Bristleback too. This is a very early paced hero, as we see the Goo as well as the Spray get picked up at 1 and 2, and you are pretty much the strongest hero on the map when you have that. And we see them immediately set up with an aggro tri-lane. They have a Headdress on Kuroki for that extra health regen, and they really want to put the pressure to shut down Ana on the IO.
Let's see if they can do it. We saw some scary stats on the Ana IO low into this game. He is 19-1 in the last 20 games he's played. And of course, here at TI, 5-0. No one has been able to beat him. Liquid are going to have to see if they can do it in their last chance here.
So, this is the Goo that we're talking about, that really strong level 1. Well, they can actually go the dive, though. He has a shield available, and they actually can. Doesn't have a salve on himself this time around, though, like he did in the last 2 games. And also, I believe with the carry IO, not every single time, but they did have an Elder Titan with it most of the times. That's where I feel like it helps a lot when you're playing into aggro lanes, because you cannot aggro tri-lane into an Elder Titan most of the time. So this time it's going to be a Batten who's not nearly as strong as that ET.
Oh, we'll see Liquid with that start, able to make sure that the creep wave meets underneath the tower so they can get them the creep equilibrium in their favor. Very interesting to watch some of these other lanes, see how Weehawk can get off to a start against the Topson mid Gyro. He should have a decent shot here, right, in this 1v1?
Yeah, he should be able to. He has higher base damage. Yeah. The thing about Gyrocopter is you have this godly animation. One of the best animations in the game that's absolutely instant on range heroes, and you have missiles, and you have a Tiny who's going to constantly be throwing Weehawk back into the tower.
That's a lot of hands there, and it all looks to add up. They drag him back. He's got the point in the win run, looking for the body blocks. Jarex won't be able to quite get it entirely, but still able to get a good amount of damage done to Weehawk in mid.
Has to be careful for that next toss back as Jerax is going to go for it again.
He is Jerax going deep behind the tower, seeing if he has the control. Up he goes with the toss. Topson closing in. Wim runs back online. As Weeha can hold his distance, but OG already getting incredibly aggressive in this middle lane.
It's the way they like to play with the Jerax on the Tiny. Just run around, shut down the mid laner. Doesn't matter what hero it is, you're going to be able to just throw him every single time he walks up for a toss. Weeha, he gets his foot salve off.
We're certainly seeing, though, down bottom, this tri-lane, it is able to bring these heroes down pretty low. Obviously, the question is if they can push them over the edge and get the kills, but the aggression certainly is there. And once the level 2s come out for the 3 members of Liquid, we'll see that pressure amped up even more. Jax is going to come down, help turn this duo into a tri-lane from OG as Kuro pops the Fairy Fire, won't save it. Miscall from N0tail, gets the kill. Now Anna's going to be the focus. Miracle and GH trying to get on top of him, but a quick body block from N0tail and a shield handed over to Anna will mean that Liquid cannot chase any further.
Just eyes on Jerax, right? Jerax is going to just move from lane to lane to lane, looking to just punish the aggressive tri-lane of Liquid, as they can't really respond too well. Chen, not really a hero that wants to be moving around TPing at all. It's GH who has to respond to any types of ganks that Jerax does, and it doesn't feel nearly as good as an Earthspirit, and he's kind of limited on mana as well.
So it sort of talks about the mid, talks about the bottom. This top lane, 1v1, Seb versus Mind Control, the Timber versus the Omni. What do we expect from this matchup?
I haven't gotten to see this one too often, but I think that they're both going to just be able to farm. I think Seb might actually be able to bully Mind Control a bit, just because you don't have to worry too much about your regen. While on Mind Control, you have to worry about your mana sometimes. But I think they're both going to just end up trading, farming, pulling creep waves and whatnot like that, so should be relatively even.
No, definitely seeing, though, this pressure down bottom is continuing to make sure it's very hard for Anna to farm with the rolling onto N0tail. Liquid. I'll take one out of the lane. Anna only being able to get 4 CS so far in this bottom lane. Already Liquid's change up in draft and different approach. It's looking so much better here in the first 3 minutes of game 4.
Oh, for sure. 16 and 11 on Miracle, right? He's getting all these free last hits and denies.
They are running this bottom lane perfectly, keeping this tri-lane advantage.
Top is just manipulation of free waves, because I think Mind Control is starting to realize that if he stays toe-to-toe versus the Timber, he's going to have some problems, so he's cutting the wave. Bottom. Jerax is running over toward the area. He's only level 1, though, so still not having that stun available for the Tiny just yet to go for those toss back into the tower and stun plays. And it looks like they will be constantly burning the mana of N0tail with this Satyr Mind Stealer that is keeping him very low on mana.
For Liquid, obviously the interest to keep this pressure on, and then they have to find objectives with it. Anna, as the IO, he will have that comeback mechanic. Sort of once he hits the level 4, going into the jungle, using the spirits to farm those neutrals. So they've got to make as much as they can happen in this favorable lane setup that Liquid have. Another commitment on towards Anna, separating him from N0tail. He'll be able to tether himself back across. See if they can beat down through this overcharge. N0tail pops the stick charges, the spirits around. Turn towards Miracle, but Mango's popped. He still has the mana to fight with. Another shield will hold them all.
It really is a pretty fun lane, though, coming out from OG, right? He's like, oh, I just heal the IO, and the IO heals me. So they're going to be able to always do that and be able to remove all those blue stacks off with the shield as well. It's actually a really clever lane coming out. And he's even maxing, or putting multiple points inside that miscoil for the health efficiency. He miscoils the IO and heals himself for even more because of that.
5-minute runes come up. And OG, they want to try and tackle this 3-on-3. N0tail doing its best to draw their attention away. The avalanche is out onto Miracle. Jax tries to chase the other, but Liquid, they'll be able to grab both of them. Taking the bouncy runes away. Only the one going the way of OG up top. As Liquid continuing to look like this different approach to the lanes is certainly the answer they've been looking for.
They're not killing them, though. They've only killed N0tail once because of how many stick charges they're getting fed down here. The Bristleback just constantly spamming the Quill, spamming the Goo. Everyone's sitting at like 10 stick charges every time they try to make an aggressive move. Now Miracle is up a bit far here.
Jerax. He's going to be able to make sure that Miracle cannot make the smooth run up towards the top. Another shield's out for N0tail. He may be low, but he's more than safe. Jerax with the toss-up. GH pops the stick charges. He's trying to escape. N0tail keeping on top of him. That Aphotic shield's going to pop soon. It may not even need to as GH is running. One more right click or a miscoil out. That'll do it. The shield pops. They get the kill. Anna does fall, though. Liquid getting the trade.
Nice. And he actually did not pop his magic one there. A bit too much damage coming out. I think the Alpha Wolf and the right click from the Chen caught him off guard how much it actually was there. But mid is the big one. These rotations from Jerax from earlier, Thompson has over a full level advantage onto Weehaw now.
He's struggling.
34-13 to the 19-4. This animation and just getting that extra Wraith Band early really coming into play. And at bottom.
Roll up for GH, but a great toss from Jerax. Keeps Anna on top of the Earth Spirit. Spirits are out though. So the damage looks like it may not be there unless they can keep the vision, and they can. Tossed in, stick charge pop though. GH, he's got Miracle by his side. They won't be able to dive for him, and Liquid keep them all alive.
But so they've done a good job bottom of making sure the Miracle's farm. Thompson though getting aggressive top onto Mind Control. They should be able to chase this one back. The counter out of mana. They popped the Shrine for some mana for the Timber, but Mind Control will be fine. Liquid being forced to use their bottom Shrine too, because the one thing that they're doing, they were putting pressure on and they were getting good farm, but the sustain that's actually coming out from this bottom lane is just too much for them mid here. As Ana is starting to get this farm built up to those 20 last hits.
The mid lane seems to be the focus for Liquid. They've left Miracle alone. They're trying to collapse in onto Thompson. Thompson, he gets the cooldown off with the Hellbear, smashes in with the clap. Liquid making these moves around Kuro and his army. Getting the pressure on, catching out Thompson mid. Gotta keep this tempo up. They're starting to really show that they have within them what OG's been bringing in the first 7 minutes of the last 2 games. They can match this tempo.
And look at Miracle, but down bottom, even pulling away these 2 heroes, even though they do have all their wand charges built up. Now it's up to 17 as well. He is pushing them away from the creep wave. That double sustain though coming into play.
Back to Mold's mid, another collapse here from Liquid as they look to dive in on Jerax. They get the kill. Thompson's going to look to try and turn, keep himself on top of Kuro. He has his army ready to tank some of the damage. Thompson is not going to be able to get this kill by the looks of it. Another one charge from Kuro keeps it back alive. The cooldown will be dropped, but Liquid, they can get themselves out of range of it.
They have so much damage in the mid lane right now for Liquid. With Weehawk rushing that Javelin build, he's able to actually punch back onto Thompson pretty hard there every time he does commit forward for a kill. Gives a lot of time to Seb though, as they made that 4-man rotation earlier. Now he's only up to level 8. He's got the max reactive armor.
Same to be said though for Mind Control. We're seeing pretty much continuation of even farm between these offlaners.
Yep.
They're both getting exactly the same amount out of this top half of the map. And so far, no one else has been interested in coming over and getting involved. Now, though, that will change. GH and Kuroki, they're looking towards Seb. Gonna bring in Weehaw as well. Weehaw, the focus fire. Have they got the control? There's the rolling with the stun. Shackle shot follow up from Weehaw, along with the power shot. Will do it. Liquid making the maneuvers to put Seb's happy little time on that top lane to an end.
Great use of the Divine Favor there from Kuroki to bring Weehaw around freely and saving his TP, so he can continue to move around the map if he has to respond to anything else. Very nice aggressive move, and that's the Javelin coming into play. Since it's magical damage, it's 100 bonus magical damage when you use that Focus Fire versus Timber. Who cares if he has 25 reactive armor stacks? They get themselves a decent amount of pressure on the tower too, getting it down to about 700 HP right now.
Seb's gonna come back in, make sure that tower doesn't fall too early.
GH is already moving his way toward top. They don't have another Divine Favor to bring into the Wind Ranger.
I feel like it's a hard kill without that damage that Weehaw offers.
Feels like an impossible kill without Weehaw.
The 3 of them can only sort of sit to the side and watch as Seb farms the wave under the tower.
Yeah.
See what their intentions are with this move. 10-minute runes are going to come up. See if Liquid can keep a favorable hold of them this time. Mid lane's going to be the focus. TP's coming immediately, and he shares the shackle off actually before the missile connects. He's able to turn right-click into Jerax. He's tanking the tower to Jerax. Lines of the power shot. He's not going to be able to find it though. Doesn't get the angle, and Jerax, he can continue to walk away. Liquid are chasing. Another power shot will be available in a second. Can Weehaw hit it? He's going to try. Not going to find it. Jerax, he's got the position to TP out behind the trees and will make it back to safety. But Weehaw does live.
They waste so much of their time there, and even a TP to protect Weehaw. What does that mean? That's just the space. This is what OG wants to do, right? Allow Ana to catch back up after he had a little bit of a rough laning start and get the Dominator, and the Dominator is finished now at this 10-minute mark. So that is where you really start to get enabled quite a lot in the IO to make your moves around the map. But Liquid, they're trying to keep the pressure going. Don't let OG get away with that greed that they're trying to pull off right now. Try to get some tower damage. every single time a tower is going to start getting pressured, though, you'll see this rotation by Seb. He wants to make sure they don't actually get any of these towers too early. He doesn't have many reactive stacks built up just yet, but he will be okay.
Mid lane Thompson. You see a dive in from Weehaw. Weehaw tried to close in for the kill, but he didn't have the damage to bring Thompson down. Thompson was able to just drop the combos. Weehaw, he got in close range for that attempt.
You got to be careful as well. Ana, he's jungling in the area, so he can just easily tether top. I don't know if you guys did the overcharge there. I didn't catch the end of it, but he can easily tether in it. You can get a little bit of extra HP regen that comes into play.
Looking for Jerax.
Jerax again.
Committing with the magnetized. TPs will now start to come into play. Thompson's here. Jerax still alive. They're trying their best to hunt him down through the trees. He'll be able to toss back the Helmet Smasher. Rocket's dropped to keep the magnetized going. They'll get the kill on Jerax. See if they can find anything in return. OG Thompson, he's on top of Kuroki. GH, we are joining the gang. They're surrounding Thompson with a divine favor. Bringing We Are in Liquid. They're going to be able to get both of them. Kuroki making these moves across the map, bringing in the team when required. Kuro, he's 3, 1, and 4. Every single one of these 7 kills has been down to Kuro and his map movements.
And his aggressive plays. They're not expecting these recalls. They're not expecting these divine favors at all every single time he's been able to set it up. And he's almost got a mech finished up on this Chen so early on. It's going to be a lot of burst heal. And like the draft panel mentioned, you look at Liquid's draft, and they're really trying to set the tempo. They're trying to be aggressive, get early towers down with this Chen, with this Bristleback, and try to get an early roast and get that big advantage. To take advantage of carry IO, you have to try to take advantage of it somehow.
They're waiting there on the high ground. They'll immediately burst through the Aphotic Shield. No-Tail. He's trying to run. The Smasher's after him. No-Tail's got the backup of Ana. Mind Control's going to head in. Liquid, they're diving on forward. GH will be kept safe by the Heavenly Grace. Kuro may have dove a little too far this time. Will be surrounded. The 4 of them take down Kuro. Put an end to his reign across the map. As OG responding in their numbers now in that middle lane. They won't let Liquid get away with this any longer.
They still... OG has a very strong way to fight, even in the early game. Even if they do have a greedy IO pick, it's what it provides you, especially when you have a Gyro. Gyro is all about that early fights. Same thing with Tiny. And even Timbersaw, but Seb right now, we know he doesn't really want to show up except for the tower defenses. And he's also going to be matching that Chen, who's going to be an early mech. It's actually going to be a mech Timbersaw since they have IO. So this amount of sustain that could come out from OG pretty soon is going to be pretty hard for Liquid to deal with this. Seb, he actually jumps forward for GH.
Hey, goes deep. We are going to turn with a focus fire. Seb, of course, has got the max reactive armor. Thanks to that, Shackle won't latch. Seb, continue to back off. Chains out, back over the river. He's fine. Liquid will try and turn their attention towards Thompson, but with No-Tail by his side, they cannot dive up to the high ground. Seb holding them back.
5 Liquid heroes in the mid lane. Trying to brawl again at the same time as last game. It's 13 minutes in, and there's 9 heroes or 8 heroes positioned around this area. They want to go for No-Tail, but he's got ulti.
Miracle's going to continue to chase this under the Titcher, and they will get it. Seb is trying to turn. The missile is out onto Kuro. Does Seb have the burst? Not quite. Magnetizes out, and Seb has to retreat. Shackle does latch Liquid. They've got the lockdown. They've got the roll forward. The kickback. They'll crush him. It's Liquid. They're diving again.
They want top.
They got a bit of a flavor of how OG was playing in these last 2 games, and they're saying we could do it too. Thompson posts the cooldown. They won't go too crazy. They'll let him live. They don't want to dive up towards the tier 3. They know TPs are coming in.
They have to make sure they're hitting the tower because the side lanes are being split push. Ana as well as Jerax are actually pressuring these other 2 towers. And they're not even going to get this one here. It's down into deny range. OG might just be able to deny that mid tower if they choose to do so. Liquid with an overzealous dive there, not losing anybody, but the side lanes giving a lot to that Tiny as well as that IO. And we know the timing is all about just waiting for IO to get not only Aghanims, but get that level 15 talent. That's what OG wants.
He's diving in onto Kuro with the flak as well. Hand of God will not keep Chen alive today.
GH will not get TP'd out. Jerax actually TP's in and gets the toss off in the exact timing.
And OG's actually not done, as they are still hunting for action. Miracle the focus. Thompson's got a DD. A power shot does come out. Lands on Thompson.
Bit too aggressive there from Thompson. He'll throw down the call down just to clear the
well, the Shackle actually reaches across the trees, but No-Tail. He's there with a shield. Thompson goes for the TP out. The focus fire, but they have the damage. It's not enough. Thompson saved. Normally. A spray on the way out. Thompson will escape. Liquid, it's 9-6 in their favor, but the net worth difference, it's pretty much even. As you say, sure, Liquid, they are bringing the aggression, finding the kills, but space is being given to those important members of OG.
Yeah, especially Ana. Halfway to that Aghanims already. Level 11 finished up. He's got the Spirits applied slow, so he can fight as soon as he has that Aghanims, of course, with the talent, but the big one is that 15, that extra Spirit Hero damage that does come out. But yeah, look at this immediately. Seb now positioned up top. He wants to push the top tower as soon as Liquid is positioned in mid. And Jarek's already looking to set up down towards bottom lane. Liquid have to just get these towers. Have to get some type of map advantage here.
Once Anna has the Aghanims, things are going to start getting very tricky for Liquid when they turn up like this.
Yeah.
The Spirits will be out.
Yeah, and they have Bristle. That's a good thing, right? Bristle can be good versus the IO. If you can get on top of him, the goo. You don't have the highest armor traditionally on the IO, but he's versus an actual counter. Timber Saw, very good versus Bristleback at all stages. It's just that farm game, OG.
Got mind control. Looking towards Seb up top, but it's hard really for these heroes without the shackle shot or GH getting a beautiful angle. It's very hard for them to kill Seb.
It's very hard for them to kill pretty much anybody if they don't have Weehaw. If they can catch some of the supports in the, running around by themselves, they can maybe pick them up, but they really need Weehaw for the damage. The rest of them do not really provide that at this point in the game versus what they're against. Magnetize can be good, but there's a lot of ways that they can deal with it. Not only with the tankiness of how they are, but also there's an advantage. You just remove it a lot of the times.
And Seb, he can just get away with this. Pushing this wave into the tier 2 every single time. Knowing that, sure, if Liquid do come for him, it's going to be so many of their resources that it's probably going to be worth it for OG to have Seb positioned that aggressively and for him to draw that much attention towards him. Topson's getting space, Anna's getting space.
Look at that build by Topson. Diffusal Gyrocopter.
Wait, what?
Diffusal? Gyrocopter.
Treads Diffusal Gyrocopter. Fancy that, Topson.
So
doing something I don't think I've ever seen this.
It's interesting because it's going to provide a lot of mana burn, which is going to be annoying for Liquid. It gives you a lot of agility, and it gives you ways to run around and chase heroes down, I guess. It's different.
They've got the kill squad getting mobile again.
They can transition this into a Roche. DD Rune on the Bristleback, they've got Pipe. Yeah, they can easily do this one with the Medallion as well. However, OG, they know what's going on. They can look to contest this as well. As do they have the Aghanims finished up? It's almost there for Ana. And they're pinging it. Now they're aware of it, but it looks like it's almost too low for them to contest with all this minus armor. Liquid will get away with this one.
And let's see what they can do with it. Aegis, Pipe, they have those early tools to start making moves. Start looking towards some of these tier 2 towers.
Ags is complete now on the IO. So Ags IO finished, and we're about to hit 20 minutes. So I'm assuming that OG's gonna buy the tome, give it to that IO so he gets the extra spirit damage. Liquid, they gotta group up and try to get something big here. They gotta catch out these backlines heroes. They really have to get on top of the IO with a nice shackle shot in for we had to focus fire him. They have to control and stun the IO.
Hunting for Ana. Won't quite find, but definitely, yeah, thinking about it, this Diffusal Blade, I see what you mean. It does make sense, right? You look at what Miracle and Mind Control in particular.
They're completely dependent on their mana.
And they're dependent on the fights being drawn out, right? Yeah. They revel in situations where the fight continues. And sure, they can't kill them quickly necessarily, OG, but Topson, he can, but he's going to take their mana away, and they're going to be essentially sort of these useless, tanky targets on the front that OG can then ignore and look for the more volatile kills.
And he's acting as this super frontliner. And Bristleback is a hero that if you don't have mana, you don't have damage. So if he's just going to be burning the Bristle, I can see it. I can see it. And he's super farmed, and look how tanky he is. 2,000 HP on the Gyro. There's going to be an MKB finish now for Weehaw, so his damage is going to be very high as Seb's getting slowed down. He's got greaves available, but he's getting burst.
And they're bringing him low. He's got the shield. Now they'll be able to turn. Cooldowns dropped down by Topson. And here we have it. Miracle. His mana's gone. He's able to pop the stick, get it a fair bit of it back, and he's able to head back in, pushing OG back behind the racks. They're getting a good amount of damage onto this tier 3 tower. Liquid. They push on.
On IO. That Spirit Hero damage is there now. Ana gonna join the fray finally.
There we have it. Miracle's mana. It's pretty much entirely gone by Topson's focus. He'll look towards GH. He's trying to roll, but he can't get out. There's no mana. GH. He's dead. And now OG, they have that numbers advantage for this defense. They'll try and change the ball. Topson, the Rocket Barrage brings Miracle down. Then the Shackle turnaround. They're looking for Jarek. Jarek's backing away. Topson focusing Miracle. Miracle's still out of mana because of this diffusion. Jarek, he's able to cover the GA is out. Weehaw will fall though. The magic Thompson. Miracle's trying to run. Another stick charge pop, but Jarrett can shut him off. In fact, Jarrett, he's ready to try and look for more potentially. There's only the once.
To go for the back line.
Thompson, he's on top of Kuro. Another cooldown there. The toss back into the combo. Jarrett has the control.
God.
They're all getting picked apart as mind control falls. Miracle is surrounded.
And they're all dead.
Able to get this as well. OG, they will hold.
And they're even taunting. They toss him to the dragon. Holy crap. Thompson, the defusal.
The defusal
is absolutely working. He burns all their mana.
But I don't think anyone would have expected to see Gyro, the deciding game. The defusal blade Gyro, it is perfect.
Look at his
for
damage.
this point of the match.
He just did an insane amount of damage, front lines the entire time, and then Ana just has free reign to get all that Spirit Hero damage, and it's back completely the other way, and it feels like the control is just gone from Liquid.
What do you do?
Well.
When your mana's gone, what do you do?
Oh my god. OG starting to take over the game completely here.
Showing new ways to play the game at this incredibly late moment in the tournament.
And now Thompson has an Aghanim's as well, so not only is his regular hits going to be proccing that... yeah, he's going to be burning a lot of mana.
And then just moving into the base now, OG. They're pushing in. Flag starts to force Liquid back. They'll focus Miracle. Miracle, he'll get himself out and away. The missile is out. They're trying to put the heals to save him, but Miracle's dead.
Too much damage.
Jax is in with the combo. They'll bring down GH. GH has buyback. He'll buy back immediately. Weehar's going to be back up in 5. Fortification is popped, but OG, they're not going away.
They're too healthy. They still have greaves available for Seb as well this whole time. They're pretty... No-Tail's kind of low, but once they pop those greaves, everyone's going to be topped off.
A tier 3's going down. 22 minutes again, and in a match where it looked like Liquid had the pace to maybe bring something different, but we're back to the same place that we were in Game 2 and Game 3.
There's no stones for GH. He can't contribute anything. There's no magnetize either. They're just taking this rack.
It's gone. They cannot get close to hold this. As OG, we'll see what the plan is next. They'll back off.
They're happy with that. Why not? They can back up, clean up shrines, but I think if Liquid chases out, OG can definitely just turn and look for the fight. They have no cooldowns that they're waiting on. Everything is available for them, and they're just so farmed right now at this point in the game that Liquid, they're walking out together, but like I was mentioning before, there's one stone on GH, and that is it. So his team fight potential, and he's pretty much the only team fighter on the side of Liquid right now, is just not there.
And OG's ready to go back and again. Jarrett's in with the round the combo down onto mind control. The cooldown's there. Liquid out to back off. Again, mind control's matter pretty much got. He's able to pop the stick, get the GA off at least. Can they fight for the duration of it though? They're getting towards Seb. Wheels the pop. Sends back pretty much up to 4. Jarrett's in with a double combo onto Weehaw. Weehaw stand up. Weeha's dead. Miracle's the new focus. The missile followed through. OG pushing Liquid back to the base. Mind control out of out of Thompson with his diffuser blade, picking them apart. Roll fall for GH, but Seb cuts him down. Double kill. They're pushing on OG. Liquid getting forced back to the base as Liquid have nothing. They have nothing to offer, folks.
They're just giving, look at this, they're diving Fountain in TI Finals. They want Kuroki in the Fountain as well. They're gonna get him, they're chasing Miracle as well. Oh my God.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what we're seeing in this Game 4. OG, you thought you saw it all in Game 2, you thought you saw it all in Game 3, there it is, gold! OG are your 2-time TI champions, they've done it, folks!
And in what a fashion. These last 3 games didn't even seem close. Liquid, they had something going for themselves, but then they hit the brick wall. OG is the best team in the world. They are on a completely different level.
No question, they are so far ahead of anybody else that plays this game for a living. Game 2, 3, and 4 were absolutely ridiculous. The showing was magical from OG.
They just seem to know exactly what to do with whatever draft they're giving. It doesn't matter. They have so many different drafts, so many different play styles. They can execute all of them. Liquid seemed like they stood no chance after that first game.
And they've earned their money. $15 million, just over it, in fact, going the way of OG for this victory, on top of the $11 million they won last year.
Unbelievable performance by them, and in such style. Busting out the carry IO in the final game, having a Timbersaw that they haven't played too much at all either. These guys can play anything.
They absolutely can. Innovators, magicians, bringing something new to the game, and when it counts the most in the grand finals. Game 1 was shaky, we had a bit of fun. Game 2, 3, and 4, they played their hearts out for every single minute of the matches. OG the best team of all time, and with this, their second TI win. And not just the second TI win, but the second back-to-back. They do it 2 years in a row. There is no question that we are witnessing the best team of all time.
I'm at a loss of words from the way that they played this. It was just an absolute beatdown. They're just way too good at Dota.
And this sort of accomplishment, the first team to do it, 2 times back-to-back. The thing that so many TI winners in the past have dreamt of. Winning 1 TI, of course, is fabulous, but to do 2, that was always the goal for all of our previous champions. And here in 2019, the International 2019, OG are the ones to do it first. The 2-time TI champions, OG, ladies and gentlemen. And here we have it. The team, I believe, preparing to lift up what is rightfully theirs for the second time in a row. There he is, Seb himself, leading the crew up to the podium. You cannot help but be awestruck by what this team has shown us in this entire run, in these 2 years, and now in the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's OG!
恭喜OG再次获得 TI 的冠军，夺得2019年国际邀请赛的冠军。来，让我们问一下 Dota 好吧？哇，他们非常的开心，和家人在庆祝自己这一刻的兴奋。OK，Notel。OK， so 那我相信在这一刻，他们作为卫冕冠军，并且再次夺得 TI 冠军，一定有很多话想说。那我们先来问一下，队长 Notal 现在有什么话想对他们的粉丝和对 Dota 2的粉丝们讲的吧？来，有请我们的翻译 Josh。当中 ，OK， here, I got him. Notel. Sorry, but Notel, yeah. So we're gonna ask you 2 questions. So the first one, please.
First of all, you're the first player. You guys are the first players to ever win 2-time TI champions. As the captain of this team, how does it feel right now?
It's very hard to believe, man. It's extremely hard to believe, but it's too good to be true, and it feels just the same. It feels so good, man.
好的，那么第2个问题，想问一下 Notel， 此时此刻有什么想对自己的家人和队友们说的呢？
就刚刚我还是翻译一下吧。Notel 刚刚说就是真的难以置信，然后这一次第2次跟第1次还是一样的感觉，真的是太棒了。然后有什么想对粉丝和家人、队友们说的 ？And then second, what do you have to say to your fans, friends, family at home?
Thank you everyone for making this possible. This is a dream, and I'm an animal apparently.
好了，我们就不要打扰他们了。那么我们最后把掌声和欢呼声送给 OG， 恭喜他们再次获得了国际邀请赛的冠军，恭喜你们 ！Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for the amazing TI.
You love to see it, surrounded by friends and family and their teammates and their team organization. OG back-to-back international champions. Not just two-time champions of the international, no, back-to-back. Let that sink in for a little bit. That is phenomenal. That is absolutely amazing, Trent.
They are infectious. I can't wipe the stupid grin off my face. I couldn't do it when they first won TI because I know just like the love, the trust that these guys have between each other, between their families, everyone there supporting them, and to think that they were just able to do it again. And the way that they stayed in that booth, you know, they're not busting open the door, they're not running to see everyone else because it's what's in there, you know, that counts. They got them there again.
It's unbelievable what this team managed to do in the end. 2 times winning TI, and the Dota for them, Dota for pretty much all of us is life. Dota is love, and we should just keep playing the game. I can't believe that what we just witnessed.
I mean, just look at the way that they won, and they come out. And poor Dove, she's like trying to get the interview going, and the team cares nothing about that. They just care about sharing this happiness with each other, sharing this happiness with their family that has supported them through this very tough road that they originally had to go through to win the TI. I'm sure it feels a little bit easier the second time around, but God, this is just what an insane way to be able to just go through just rutted people nonstop.
I mean, it must just be like just a wave, right? Of like each thing hitting you. It's like, oh my God, we did it. We won TI again. And then it's like, oh my God, we just won all this money again. Oh my God, I'm going to be carry Iowa on the Aegis. Like, so many things are flying through there right now.
It feels like waking up from this moment over and over again. You can't believe that you actually did it, and there you are once again.
Seb, again.
There's multiple generations support there, as Jarek is there with his dad, but he also brought his mom, his sister, and his grandma. 3 generations of Jarek's is on the stage, and it's amazing that they get to witness it from very far. Something not known to a lot of people is that when the possible final game happens, for both sides, all the friends and family is like they've been giving a spot like on the floor, on the stage floor, so that they can witness it super close by, but also so that they can either be there to share the happy moment or be there to share the sad moment. And of course, in OG's case, they were cheering and rowdy the last game as OG was once again very dominant in their IO performance.
There's so
what an achievement.
So many great storylines that get wrapped up in this. No Tail pushing Seb forward. He tells him to claim the Aegis. Like, this is every player's dream. Do you remember when Curl won the Aegis? He wouldn't let go of that thing. He clutched to it. He desperately held on to that Aegis no matter what. And the fact that No Tail pushes Seb forward, just like he said in his interview, he said, I'm dedicating this tournament to Seb. That friendship meant everything in the world to him, and that's why he gives Seb the opportunity to be the first one to hoist the Aegis for the team.
Yeah, 5 days ago they put that Aegis on the throne, and now they're taking it back again, and they deserve it. They are best team in the world, and probably the best. I'm not probably. They are the best team that we ever witnessed in Dota for sure.
It's such a fun playstyle to be able to go. What a good team for Dota too, and how fitting that IO carry is the one that is going to be on all the Aegises. That's going to be there because it all starts with the story of being able to be able to trust your teammates, right? They want to be able to do something and being able to just fearlessly say, go for it.
It embodies their style. From the tethering to one another to the, yeah, we never practiced this. Let's put it in the group stage and destroy it.
And it's working out, you know. We've all seen TrueSight. You know, we all know in what fashion they won the first time round. It's like, what do you like to play? You know, that was the style. Not what is good here or something, or not what is the strategy. No, what would you like to play in the final game of the Grand Finals of the International? And that is saying a lot.
I've heard that Johann's a big fan of wings and still looks back. and watches those games. And I think it's kind of evident in their play style. Because I get those, no other team has made me have those emotions and thoughts watching a game where I'm just like so befuddled, but so insanely impressed. And I'm just like, what are these guys doing? How is it working? And they're catching everyone off guard. And now they just have the full-on respect of 2 years.
Yep, and we saw Anna with that Aegis. This is his 3rd international. It's all been OG all the way for him. 3rd international, 2nd Aegis. So impressive. And of course, Topson 2 international too. I don't think that there's ever going to be anyone to repeat that. 2 internationals, back-to-back 2 champions.
I thought
they can do it next year, huh?
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's the question. To me, I look at these guys and I say, they want the 3-peat. I see it already. I mean, there's no way they're slowing down now.
I have a quote from Jarex that I think is pretty cool. He said, we aren't doing anything special. Nobody can be perfect. All we're doing is taking it tournament by tournament, game by game. If you look too far ahead, you lose yourself.
Well, he's wrong. They are perfect.
This is perfect. This is special. This is something else, man.
I mean, I asked before the series, before the grand finals, you know, all internationals have something that you remember it by. Something's good, something's bad. But in this case, back-to-back, double-time international champions, that's a crazy story on itself.
And it was a pure dominance by OG, without a doubt. They could have taken this 3-0 easily. It looked like they had game number 1 even in the bag. And, I mean, they deserve the clap.
Yeah.
They really did. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, what an international, huh?
It's the end of an era. This is, we will now look at Dota 2 as before OG and after OG. TI9 was it's a defining moment in our game's history that after so many years, we finally not only had a consecutive winner, but the first successful defense of the Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. They are just that good. It's an honor to watch them play. Like, they're just changing how Dota is and how people are going to see Dota. Like, it is that fun game. You can play it with your friends, and hey, maybe you end up winning the Aegis sometime. Probably not, but OG did it, and it's amazing to watch him do that.
They keep the dream alive.
All the curses are broken now, right? No more East-West Aegis.
But now
no
there's a new curse. Can the East win?
Is OG ever gonna let go of that Aegis, Purge?
Maybe. It's possible. I mean, they had a mediocre year, was one thing. Still ended up winning TI. I just love the pattern change, or the pattern similarities. They were dominant during the major series. They never won a TI. They won a TI, and now they win a second TI. It's like they've just solidified themselves. We used to have discussions, are they the best team of all time? You just can't doubt it anymore. They had a crazy period of dominance at multiple points now for multiple years.
They really did, and you know, when we look back, we see a back-to-back champion. When Slacks look back, he says, Wind Ranger lost, right, Slacks?
That's you.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm a little taken with emotion right now. Seeing that Aegis be off the stand, seeing TI9 come to a close. Casey, it's been an incredible year.
It's been so fantastic, and this is reminding me why Dota is so amazing. It's about family and friendships and community and the whole frickin' world coming together and watching an amazing game being played. So
absolutely. I mean, it is not hard for me to say. I believe we have the greatest game in the world, the greatest community in the world, and all year long it's been building up to this and another international. Guys, it's about them. But really, it's about you at home watching every single year and supporting this fantastic game. So, from the bottom of me and Casey's hearts, I know we want to say thank you for always supporting and making these dreams possible. Because I'm not sure anyone's ever going to do that dream again, girl.
That's so sweet. And thank you. You're so fun to work with.
We give each other a lot of scruff, but we have a great time. So, with all that sappy stuff out of the way, let's go make a confetti angel. Yay!
All right, I almost thought, wow, Slacks is being serious. It is so nice and sweet.
The mic Slacks.
Bye. See ya, TI10.
See ya, TI10. Thank you, guys. You've been amazing, as always. It's time to close this chapter of Dota 2. Time to close the International 2019. I wanna hear some final closing thoughts from you guys, Trent.
it's always difficult to close TI because it's the end of our year, right? It's
or it's the beginning.
Or is it just the beginning? Is it time for new teams, new blood, new players? If you're out there, if you didn't make it to TI, seeing that is supposed to be the burning passion that brings you here. If you're a player, you got to find that team. You got to make those friends. You got to build that trust. And people doubted OG. They thought they could never do it the first time. They just did it twice. So I think our community has to rise to that challenge.
Wow. I could not have said it better than that. You guys have anything to add to that? Because it felt like it was a pretty good closing one.
Well, I'm just going to learn from OG. And, you know, they were all about friendship and family and supporting each other. And one of the saddest parts of TI is having to say goodbye to everybody. So I love my Dota family. I love each and every one of you guys. We really are a family.
We really are.
And,
It's true.
I miss you.
No.
You
guys are cute.
That's a separate family.
We're just chilling. He's having fun.
I'll say see you in 7.23. The beauty of this game, the beauty of OG doing a back-to-back achievement is the game has changed a lot, and the game is constantly changing. And that's what makes it so exciting that every single time you boot it up a few months later, everything's different, but at the end of the day, it's still Dota 2.
I mean,
see you in the Outland.
Yeah.
Think back to the past, right? Like, there's so many times they talked about, like, nerfing OG. Like, when they nerfed Illusions, they nerfed Alchemist back at Boston Major, right? New 7.0. You know, last year they nerfed all the Spectre and damage reduction and PL. And this year, they just, you know, they're still the best team in the world.
They find something else. We'll see what they find next year around, as I'm sure that their hunger is probably not yet quenched. At least they will continue to compete, I hope. We can only hope. We're going to find out what's going to happen over the next couple of days, weeks, months in the road to TI-10 is beginning for the teams. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast. It is not over just yet for you guys. You will have the pleasure to join the Coda Imperium Flags, who will also be joined by the winning TI team. OG will be there with them, and that was it for us. So from all of us here in Shanghai, from the Dota 2 International 2019, good night.
Wind up, let it know! The cast! GH was there! He'll stop the ball immediately and then mind control! It's a rabbit and everyone has arrived! Sally!
They're just going to keep hitting on! They've done it!
Oh my god!
It does. Like that dude.
Look at this, they're diving Fountain in TI Finals. They want Kuroki in the Fountain as well. They're gonna get him, they're chasing Miracle as well. Oh my god.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what we're seeing in this game for OG. You thought you saw it all in game 2, you thought you saw it all in game 3. There it is, gold! OG are your two-time TI champions. They've done it, folks.